So now we got all of our components put together. We have our series side, parallel connection piece. We have our diodes in, facing the right direction this time. We have to just connect it all together, and you're going to do this with tabbing wire. So tabbing wire, just kind of measure out how much you need. It's actually really quick. Take a little bit more than you need, cut it with the wire cutters, and add the tabbing wire as we go. Again, not a bad idea to put some heat sink in here so we don't destroy any of our hard work. So we'll go ahead and clip this guy on, and we'll just tab out beyond it. So our next piece, we'll go ahead and put the tabbing wire right here. Make sure that everything is tinned and ready to go before we move on. Solder. Touch. We have tinned. I'm going to add this, say about right here. It's off the frame. Down. So right here, just touch, hold, connected. Remove this, and we know it's going to fit. This outside frame on the, or the line on the piece of paper, shows you where the actual frame sits. Plus, we're using the 8.5 by 11 certificate holders, so that we have a little bit more room. Again, we're going to go here. Keep that. Now we go. This one comes off the front, connects to the back. Double check that, because if you hook these up backwards, you're going to destroy at least one, if not all, the cells in that string. So again, we keep it clean, tin it, press it, and solder it. Let's try that again. So if you need a little bit more assistance, use wire cutters, use pliers, use something. We can melt that on there a little bit better. Done. It's connected. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3 more connections to make. And we're all done. Okay, if you don't like how far this sits, you can always move it down. Like it's too far away. Again, we're trying to make it look nice. So we'll put this here. So we can always trim it off later. And since there's a ton of solder here, I might stick it like this and go ahead and reconnect it. Done. Okay, we'll move this one so it's about even. Doesn't make sure that fits there. So the same but in reverse. I think we're okay. So again, with our heatsink, so far so good. Again, heat sink. Solder. That's connected. Let's see if we can finish up our final connection. How does it all fit together? How does it look? this guy. It's here. And we're about there. Okay, we got this, we got that. Add a little more solder to it. Press this down. And we have connection. And that's very warm, but our heatsink isn't hot. Okay, now with any luck, put a multimeter here, put a multimeter there. Should be making plenty of voltage. I guess the last thing to add is a piece of solder, like a piece of the tabbing wire here where my fingers are, so that it extends down a little ways. So we'll go ahead, take off about that much. And if you really want, you can use the wider or the narrower. It doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. I'll use the narrower so that when we put it onto the crimp connectors later on, it's easier to fold through there and then fill that in with solder. Okay, so we can cut this in half, or about half. Just need one there and one here. Then we'll go back through, trim everything up, try and make it look nice. Hope that it works. Okay, last step. Somewhere here in the middle. Hold it. It's on there. And last one, hold it. It's on there. We have full connections. Clean it up. And the moment of truth. Let's change that setting over. Here's our multimeter. We're now measuring at the 20 volt mark. Unless you have an auto rangefinder, and then it'll automatically go. So you see it, and red to positive, black to negative. Touch here, touch here. I'm making 1.6 volts inside. It's dark. I think outside we're going to be really close to 8, and hopefully we get enough out of the center section.